So you think being a master barber is all about a clean fade? Well, think again. You're probably missing about, 80% of the whole picture. Today, we're diving into a new, super structured blueprint for a career in barbering. And let me tell you, it treats it like a serious business, not just a craft. Let's see what that really looks like.
Okay, let's start with this quote, because it just cuts right to the chase. It's a pretty bold idea, right? That having amazing technical skills isn't just not enough. It could actually make you a liability if you don't have the business side down. This is the exact problem this whole new approach is built to solve, right from day one.
All right, here's our game plan. We'll start with what's wrong with the old way of training. Then, we'll get into this core idea of the operator philosophy. After that, we'll look at the entire 2-year journey, zoom in on its really unique starting point, and finally, follow the path all the way to owning your own shop.
You know, the traditional way of thinking in barbering always puts the spotlight on one thing, the haircut. But what happens when that's the only tool in your belt? Well, you hit a ceiling, and you hit it hard and fast.
And this right here is the core issue. I mean, we all know barbers who are absolute wizards with the clippers, right? Their fades are perfect, their lineups are razor sharp, but their schedules are empty, their income is stuck, and they have no idea what the next step is. And why is that? It's because being a great technician is a totally different thing from being a great professional with a career that's actually going somewhere.
So if that's the problem, what's the fix? Well, it all starts with a major shift in how you think about the job. It's about building a completely new kind of professional, literally from the ground up.
This line from the MANSCAVE program pretty much says it all. Pay attention to that key word, build. This is not about some quick weekend course. Nope. This is about constructing a professional with a rock-solid foundation, one piece at a time. So what in the world is a barbering operator? Think of it like this. It's a hybrid. Of course, they have elite, top-tier technical skills. But, and this is the important part, they mix that with actual business smarts, the ability to lead a team, and maybe, most importantly, they think like an owner from the very beginning. This whole identity is built on 5 key pillars. Hands, that's your craft, your technical skill. That's the baseline. But then you add head for business strategy, habits for the discipline you need every single day, leadership so you can lift up the people around you, and ownership, which is all about seeing the big picture. You put them all together and you've got a complete system for a real career. Now, this isn't some quick fix. This whole transformation is laid out as a serious, long-term journey. In fact, the source material doesn't even call it a course. They call it a world-class professional infrastructure. That tells you something, right? 104 weeks. Yeah, you heard that right. 2 full years. Just that number alone tells you this is a massive commitment. It's designed to build deep, real expertise. It's basically a filter for people who are actually serious about building a career, not just looking for a shortcut. And here is the roadmap for that journey. You can just see how logically it all flows through these 6 stages. You start with just soaking everything in. Then you move to the basic skills. After that, it's about building your own book of clients, then becoming a senior leader, then learning how to manage the whole shop. And it all leads up to preparing for ownership. Each stage is a building block for the next. But where this whole thing gets really, really radical is right at the beginning. See, most barber schools will hand you a pair of clippers on day 1. This program, it does the exact opposite. I mean, just look at this contrast. It's night and day. The old way is all about, here are some clippers, go practice. The MANSCAVE approach says, whoa, hold on a second. Before you even think about touching a client's hair, you're going to learn how to act like a professional in a high-end environment. It's all about earning trust before you ever show off your technique. So for the first 12 weeks, that's 3 months, this is your world. You're learning salon floor intelligence, just understanding the flow of the business. You're studying client psychology, the science of hair and products, and you're assisting the master barbers, basically being a sponge and journaling everything you see. And the most important part, you are absolutely not cutting any hair. You have to earn the right to pick up the tools. And this, right here, is the golden rule for the entire system. You don't get to move on just because you've put in the time. No way. You advance because you have proven you are competent and that you've hit the required standards. Every single week, you have to show what you've learned. And only then, after those 12 weeks of proving your professionalism, your commitment, your understanding of the business, then you finally move to stage 2 and you get to start working on your hand skills. The tools are treated like a reward for building that solid professional foundation.
The journey doesn't stop at the barber chair, not even close.
The final stages are all about getting you out from behind the chair and into the manager's office, and, ultimately, into the owner's seat.
You can really see the climb here. In Stage 3, you're responsible for building your own client list. By Stage 4, you're a senior barber, and you're mentoring the new guys. Then, in Stage 5, you're learning how to actually run the business. Scheduling, inventory, the whole shebang. It all leads up to Stage 6, where you literally build a complete business plan for your own shop.
Now, don't get it twisted. All this talk about business doesn't mean the craft gets left behind. Absolutely not. Technical excellence is still the name of the game. Throughout the whole journey, you're constantly being pushed to master more and more advanced techniques, from perfect skin fades to detailed beard work.
But here's the key. That technical mastery, it isn't the final destination. It's the engine that powers the business. The real endgame is taking that incredible skill and channeling it into a business that can actually grow and succeed. It's that final jump from being an artist to being an entrepreneur, from being a barber to being an operator.
So at the end of those 104 weeks, after you've passed all the exams in cutting, in consulting, and leadership, you don't just walk away with the title of Master Barber. You earn this 3-part designation: Master Barber, Salon Operator, and Future Owner. And that title reflects the entire package of skills you've built.
Which really brings us back to this one big question. What's the real difference between just being a great barber and building a great career? Well, it seems to come down to having a blueprint. It's the structure, the business smarts, and that ownership mindset that can turn a passion you love into a profession that can actually support you for a lifetime.